And those are the nominees for Best Picture. And the Oscar goes to Zombie Genesis.
The studio is so thrilled to have won this award. I think we can safely say that this film was a good investment.
So, this is the part where I'd normally thank everyone, but I'm not going to because there really is no one to thank except myself. So, thank you, Barry.
So, after Zombie Genesis does a few $1 billion at the box office and sweeps the Academy Awards, the studio was like, sequel! Maybe 2 sequels. Maybe 3. We can keep milking this thing until people aren't buying tickets anymore. Oh, and then in another 10 years, we'll just reboot the whole thing and make more money!
Normally, I don't like sequels because they're cheap cash grabs, but then the studio told me that I could have $20 million and 20% of the profits, so I said, sign me up.
We had a lot of discussion, and ultimately, we all decided to do the film in 3D. It just brings the action so much more into the next dimension.
There are very specific concerns when you're writing a movie in 3D, because the page is so 2D. I try to, put a 3D moment script like every other page, like an eyeball flying at the camera or zombie's brain exploding, keep things fresh and juicy. I mean, exciting.
On the last film, we used about 5,000 zombies, so we'd pretty much exhausted the zombie population, at least in Los Angeles. For this film, we needed over 10,000 to realistically recreate some of the zombie battle scenes, so we had to find somewhere else to look.
Zombies are difficult to find, actually. Outside of LA, there aren't too many places where they thrive on their natural diet, which is human brains, of course. So we ended up going to North Korea, where there are a lot of zombies.
This time around, some zombie rights organizations started getting all up in our grill over our treatment of zombies, which is ridiculous. My thought is, don't zombies have a right to be movie stars too?
There was some picketing outside of the set by the People for the Ethical Treatment of Zombies, pets or something. So we let a couple of zombies loose on them. Cleared them up real fast.
I think the treatment of zombies in this picture is absolutely horrifying. It melts one's brains to even think about it. The bloodshed! Zombies are not violent creatures. They're just misunderstood. And,
Political correctness was big for the studio this time around. They said last time we had a male lead. This time we need a female lead. Bring in a wider demographic. So we hired a British model.
They wanted a female lead, and I totally agree with them. I think that's why they hired me, to bring a more female perspective to things. Like, I got rid of all the female zombies in the script because that's just plain misogynist.
I was initially hesitant about this whole female lead thing. I mean, who's gonna buy a girl killing zombies? But ultimately, we decided to rewrite the ending to have her get eaten by the zombies. So that made everything better. This movie is gonna be the best...
Hey, we're ready to go, man.
Oh, okay.
What do you want me to do?
Alright. So I need you to just look a little bit slutty.
What? I will not look slutty.
Huh? I mean, isn't that what it says in the script? This is your character.
I can't believe you. I'm a serious actress. I'm an artist. And I will not look...
Victoria had a few meltdowns on set. Apparently she was under the mistaken impression we had hired her for her acting talent.
I cannot believe this man. He's like... Well, I won't say what he's like. I'd probably get fired. The only reason I put up with him is the money. And I mean, who doesn't want to be in a zombie movie? But seriously, I'm never working with him again.
I think she was maybe a little upset about my interpretation of her character in the film, or lack of character, but I let her put in a few girl power moments in the script.
We've been getting a little distant recently. I thought we should rekindle our relationship. I'm sorry, but we can't be together. I think you're in for a heartbreak.
I'm pleased to say that we haven't had any problems with the zombies this time around. No one's gotten eaten, decapitated, dismembered, disemboweled, or otherwise inconvenienced.
I don't say this lightly, but I think it's better than the first one. This is definitely the best.
Barry? The studio says we're gonna have to cut 10 minutes from the film. It's too long.
What? He says you want to cut 10 minutes from the film.
Well, if he says it, it must be true.
What? No! I can't cut 10 minutes. I will not cut 10 minutes. This has to be the best.
Barry, the film just isn't marketable at this length.
We had everything. We had the oversized budget, the climactic rooftop shootout scene, and you have to go and ruin it all.
Barry,
all
you're
I
a
wanted
madman.
was a good movie.
This isn't about
I
making
make
a
you
good
$3
movie.
billion.
This is about
I win
selling
all the
tickets
Academy Awards,
and making tons
and you won't
of
let
money.
me just waste a few
Come
$100
on,
million
romance
making a
would
good
be
movie.
better than this.
Indie
I'm a
film's
god,
gonna end
you
up
know.
on YouTube.
I'm
What
a
are you
god.
thinking? Where is everybody? I don't know what went wrong. Maybe we should have cut another 10 minutes.
You know, some people just don't understand art. They gotta screw with you. All I wanted to do, all I've ever wanted to do, was make the best!
So there's going to be two characters. Marlowe here is in love with Linda here, but Ralph is fighting for affections. They get into a brawl and end up eating each other's brains, which breaks Linda's heart.
How are you going to do realistic brain depiction with a PG rating?
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to. You know, it could be... fine, PG-13.